everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Sondering Tarot. This is a pick a card reading for career. This is a timeless reading. I have 5 piles here for you guys to choose from. Please meditate. Use your intuition. If you need to, use a random card selector set through 1 through 5 to pick a deck. And before we do that, I will let you know that we are going to cover your current state of your career, what your future career looks like, your strengths, your weaknesses, any changes, things to get rid of, advice, and your passions and motivations. So if you would please pick your pile now, and I will see you at your pile. Look for the timestamps down below. Hello, pile 1. This is your timeless career reading. So this is good for whenever you find it. I have some pre-selected cards for you. This is your current state of your career. So let's take a look at this. And I have more cards than what I thought. Let me bump these up just a little bit. I'm trying to make this all fit for you. Alright, we're going to zoom out just a tad. And maybe rearrange it just slightly. Okay. We have a lot going on here, just from what little I'm looking at right now as I rearrange. Remember, this is your current state of your career. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles reverse, the Page of Cups reverse, the Knight of Pentacles reverse, the Chariot reverse, the Knight of Cups, the 2 of Swords reverse, the King of Pentacles reverse, the High Priestess reverse, the Fool card reverse, the King of Cups, the 7 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. No big surprise that you have a lot of Pentacle cards, considering this is a career reading. And I'm getting right away, you're either somebody who has been unemployed for a bit, or you're somebody who's employed who has probably willingly left their job. And it seems like there is more money going out than more money coming in. And you do have options available to you with this 7 of Cups. But you're trying to learn from your past. So past jobs, past experiences, in order to decide what makes you happy with this 10 of Pentacles. That way you pick a job, a career, a job that will not only bring you money, but fulfill you with this King of Cups. And for some of you, that's also a job that will treat you better. That's where you're currently at. So let's go ahead and get some other cards going here. And actually, you know what? I think I want to start with, what is your strengths when it comes to career? What is your strengths for pile 1? Ten of Wands. 3 of Cups. Oh, okay. That actually is a pretty good strength. Ten of Wands is obstacles, burdens, but Three of Cups is support, teamwork. So, in other words, when things are stressful, things are chaotic, when you're short-staffed, you pitch in. You're pretty good at teamwork in a tight spot. You're able to pull your weight and then some. You're able to minimize damage, basically. So if you have a whole bunch of call-outs, or, you know, things are missing, like data missing from a project, you pitch in, you find it, you help get everything sorted, organized, completed, and submitted along with the rest of your team to get the job done. And usually that can also be on a very tight deadline. So you probably function pretty well under pressure. That is actually a really good strength. I kind of like that. So we're going to put this down here. This is your strength. All right, and what is our weakness in career for pile 1? Spirit, what is our weakness for career for pile 1? Okay. Spirit, what is the weakness for pile 1 concerning their career? Nope, they really just want the one card, which is the 9 of Swords. So, stress, anxiety, panic attacks. Yes, this is, you may perform well under pressure. You may pull more than your weight, and others may see you as somebody who can, quote unquote, do it all. But they don't see what happens underneath, which is the anxiety, the stress level, the toll it physically has on you mentally. So trying to keep your equilibrium in a stress-filled environment is not always the easiest thing for you to do. Alright. Which brings me to things to get rid of. Spirit, what are we leaving behind when it comes to our career? Oop. Knave of Wands, 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the 7 of Swords. Oh, okay. In other words, if it doesn't feed us, if we don't get enough back, if it doesn't feed us into our motivation, our passions, if we can't feel like we're being lit up or appreciated, that we have talent, we're ending it. We're really ending it. In other words, if it's not motivating, it's not worth the effort, we're putting an end with it with this 10 of Swords. We're turning our fate here with this wheel, and 7 of Swords, we're walking away. 7 of Swords, we're not technically just walking away, we're running away. We're leaving that behind. Not surprised that that came up as the 7 of Swords instead of the 8 of Cups. So, yeah. Sounds like some of your last jobs, whatever you were doing to make money, whether that was, you know, for a major company or a smaller one, what have you, no matter what field it was, that you may not have been treated fairly. You may have had the expectation to work as a team, but had more work being dumped on you. You may not have actually felt fulfilled, which makes sense with some of the cards we have underneath for your current here. Because we did have the Page of Cups, It's usually a gift from the universe, and there's everything in that you want in that cup. It's totally fulfilling, and it's being offered, but it's in reverse, so that offer is not working. Whatever it was, whatever job you walked away from, or left, or last worked, it was not, definitely not working. So you're moving towards a better future, something that actually speaks to you, something that engages your emotions, something where I want compassion. I'm getting the word compassion. Something where it's more humane, compassionate towards its employees. Whether you had abuse of a system for management or unfair workload, which, remember, your strength, you took on more work than was your share. I have a feeling that workload was not evenly distributed, and that may have been one of the reasons why this job that you've done previously did not stick, did not work for you, and you're looking for something more equal give and take. Let's put it that way. Alright, Spirit, let's go with advice. What is our advice for our lovely pile 1? Ooh, we have the Chariot. Chariot. The Fool. Yes, we're moving towards a new start. King of Pentacles. Yes, something practical. Something solid. Something stable. Something that will make you money. And Queen of Pentacles. Something that will definitely beautify and give back. That's... Like I said, I just told you you're moving away from something that probably did not seem practical. Something that didn't seem fair. Something that wasn't fulfilling, and that you were moving in a completely different direction, something that would make you money but was more stable. Yeah, I'm still getting that equal give and take. So not only worth the money for the effort you put in, but more of a satisfied feeling when you're done, because of the end result. Remember, this isn't just pentacles as in, hey, you get more money, but pentacles as in you made something in the 3D world. So your end result is very present. You're wanting something that's concrete, that you can see, that when you're done, you can be proud of it. And that's a big thing, because before, as much work as you took on, it was stressful. So I don't know if maybe you worked for like a major company and it was like high sales volume or something like that, that it was all quick, fast paced, just on the go all the time, but it was full on stress. And you want something more secure, more stable, but something where you can feel like you've been productive. You've accomplished something. You still want that reward of accomplishment, but not to have that overload. Because it's like some part of the previous job was overstimulation in some format. And I apologize for my dog. There's nothing I can do. When I'm recording this is holiday season, and a lot of people are making deliveries to my house. I apologize. He's going to bark. You know what? I think I still want to use the Tarot of Pirates right here to clarify more. Spirit, what is our passion and motivations for pile 1? Oh, okay. Well, they were quick on that. Okay. Motivation. Okay, guys, I'm going to hold this up so you can see it, hopefully without a glare, because you really need to see these two cards. We had the Hermit card and the Two of Pentacles. Remember, this is for your passions, your motivation. So what is driving you right now? We're looking within and trying to find balance. It's that equal give and take that I was just mentioning. That's what you're seeking. That's what you're trying to find. I think it's hilarious that that showed up right after I mentioned it, and that's part of your passion, your motivation. Let's see. Spirit, is there anything else for pile 1's passions and motivations? Just want to make sure that there's nothing else they want to give us. Nope, doesn't seem like it. All right. So what does all this mean? Where we're going? It brings me to my last thing I'm going to cover, which is our future career. In other words, what are we hoping for? What are we moving towards? What does it look like? What is the ultimate goal? Spirit, what does pile 1's future career look like? Where are we headed? Okay. Right now. Ooh, we have lots of queens. Here we go. Okay, yeah, that pretty much sums it up right away. They don't want anything else after the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So we have the Eight of Wands reverse, the Devil card, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Wands in the reverse, and then the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So where we're going, where we're heading ultimately for future career, I'll put this more center so you guys can see it a little bit better, hopefully. And beware, because I'm going to zoom you in on this one. So, future career, we're going for a slower pace to minimize distractions, to deal with distractions as they come up. Hopefully have less of them. Something where it's more honest, truthful, but inspiring up front. You know what you're getting into. Something that plays into our passions, our motivations, that can actually speak to us, that will still yield a favorable outcome. It's that wanting to see that 3D outcome, the fruits of your labor, not just the money at the end, but whatever you're trying to create, whatever you're building, whatever you're selling, etc. It's that productivity, being able to feel your worth. And it's a major transformation with the Six of Swords here from what we used to have, which is our Seven of Wands in reverse and our Knight of Cups in reverse. Because before, we didn't have a definite line in the sand when it came to work-life balance or being able to have expression or being able to, well, how do I want to say that, draw the line in the sand to where we're not giving away more than what our cup holds. Remember, you can't feel fulfilled if you pour from an empty cup continuously. So we're transitioning away from that so we can hopefully have better boundaries, be fulfilled, be productive. So you're looking for something that is more wholesome for a future career, which makes sense with everything else that came up in this reading. Yeah, and that's definitely plays into wanting to minimize your weakness, which is your anxiety level. We're trying to bring that down. Not that we can't do that. You've proven that before with your strength, with your teamwork, carrying that heavy burden of the workload. But you can't carry heavy burdens forever. You kind of have to put them down at some point. And that's what you're attempting to do with the Hermit card and the Two of Pentacles. That's your motivation. That's what's driving you right now, is to where you don't work so hard to where you break. All right, pile one. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know how this resonates for you down in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye. Hello, pile two, and welcome to your reading. I've got some pre-selected cards for you. This is where you're currently at in your career if you selected this pile. And as you can see, there is a lot of cards, so I'm probably going to hold these up to you to let you see them as I lay them out. There's going to be a ton of them, so fair warning. So we have the Queen of Wands. And we'll probably have to go clear over here. Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. King of Pentacles reversed. Temperance reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles. The Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck, reversed. Nine of Swords. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Eight of Cups. Emperor. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Swords. The Star. Nine of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. The Death card. Six of Wands reversed. The Hanged Cat, which is the Hangman in this deck. The Hermit. Ace of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups reversed. The Sun card. And I do have more, so bear with me. I'm going to move these up a little bit. Like I said, you have tons of cards for this pile. I'm trying to make them all fit. It's going to be hard. Ten of Cups. Ace of Wands. Ten of Wands. Five of Swords reversed. Nine of Cups. The High Priestess reversed. The Devil reversed. Two of Cups reversed. Ace of Swords. The Chariot. Six of Swords. Eight of Wands. Ace of Cups. And lastly, the Knight of Wands. Okay, like I said, there is a lot of cards. Here you have lots of aces, you have lots of court cards, you have lots of major arcana. So, this is for your current state of your career. And it seems like you were either at a job that you thought was good, or it appeared good on the outside, or it went well up until a point where you kind of had a turn and became stressful, it became hard. It's like you hit a glass ceiling. You just butted up against the glass ceiling and it wasn't worth it anymore. For whatever reason. Whether it looked good on the outside and then you actually got at the job and realized, well, the benefits really aren't all that great. Well, this company isn't organized all that well. The job's not that great. Or you discovered that, oh, all those perks they were talking about is if you're able to advance, and now I've hit a glass ceiling and I can't get through it at all because they're not going to promote anybody higher, so I've got no way to advance. So you actually opted to leave this job, walk away from this job with the Eight of Cups. And the good thing is that you're taking charge. We have the Emperor card here. And it feels kind of more like you're going into an entrepreneur type of direction. Because we do have a plan, a goal, an idea that we're trying to work on here with the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Star card, and then we have the Knight of Swords, something that we can actually take action on and bring a bit of a balance to how we like to see things. And yes, Queen of Swords, we're going to have to be a little truthful on how we like things to go from this point forward. Because right now, we're bringing an end of something that wasn't successful. And we're kind of feel like we're stuck. We've got the hang cat, the hangman. So you're in kind of this interface right here with the Hermit card of, okay, what's my options? What doesn't speak to me? Where's my happiness? You already know with your Ten of Cups, your Ace of Wands, what lights you up. What success, quote unquote, success looks like to you. And you know you have to work for it because you have the Ten of Wands. You have no conflict with that. Good news is you do have the Nine of Cups. You do have a dream. You do have a wish. And the universe will work with you on it. But you may be questioning your intuition with this High Priestess card in reverse. So get clear, because the universe does want to help you grant that wish. Cut out distractions and really look at where you're not making the connections, because Ace of Swords, once you become clear, you get movement. You're able to take action, transition. Six of Swords, the momentum will pick up. Ace of Cups, that fulfilling thing that lights you up. Whatever business you're trying to launch, whatever idea you have, you can actually action that if you get clear. This is the process you're going through right now. Remember, this is your current state of your career. So I would say you're in this in-between phase. You've left one job and you're either trying to find something equivalent to your dream job that already exists, or like I said, I get entrepreneur energy from this Emperor card, that you're trying to actually launch a company or a job or an idea from the ground up, and you're still kind of figuring out some of the logistics. You kind of know where you're going, but hashing out those small details is where you're kind of getting hung up. So let's grab you some more cards. And let's start with strength. Spirit, what is the strength of pile 2? There was a whole bunch of cards that tried to come out but couldn't quite make it. This is in spirits, but forgive me. What is the strength and weak? Well, let's go with strength. What is the strength of pile 2? I'm separate. Okay, well that was quite a lot. We have the 2 of water, 4 of fire, which is your 4 of wands, the world card, transformations, which is the death card, and the hangman in reverse. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of nice. And you do have some of these same cards in your current situation for your career. Because you do have the 2 of cups. You do have the death card and the hanged cat, which is the hanged man. So we're seeing some repeat cards. You're able to make successful connections between things. And that includes you and how you interact with the universe, you and your higher self, your connection between problems that will gain you success. You remember you're turning over a new leaf. We got a transition, and you have the ability to not stay stuck. You won't be stuck as the hanged cat, the hanged man for forever, because this tells me that once you make the connections, your success will launch you forward. You transition, you change, you end things and kick things off very quickly. You do not stay stuck for long, which means you probably have some high manifestation abilities, whether you realize it or not. You're able to cultivate very quickly. You have a high influence on the outside world, as it were, versus your inner world. You're able to be a little bit more fluid between the two and how they interact. You may be a person that actually does law of attraction, which is, let's face it, a good manifestation tool. You also might be a person that knows how to meet the right people, because the 2 of water is 2 of cups. So you might actually have more strength by bringing other people in on your goals, your dreams, your ideals. Remember, there's strength in numbers. So if you're more of a social butterfly, or if you have friends with like-minded ideas, this may help you. This may actually be an asset to you. Alright, Spirit, and what is our weakness of pile 2 for their career? What is the weakness of pile 2 concerning their career? Oh, we have the call, which is judgment in this deck. And it is in the reverse. Okay, so a weakness. You may not be listening to your higher self. You may be ignoring the signs the universe is trying to give you. They're trying to push you in a certain direction. They're trying to help you out. Remember I said the universe is trying to gift you something. 9 of Cups. You have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. What are you asking for? And it's funny because I was saying high manifestation energy, but you always have to meet the universe halfway. You may actually have had this idea for a change of job, doing self-employment, the entrepreneur, and you may have been called to do that sooner, and you put it off and put it off, saying, oh, I'm fine where I'm at. This is a good job, up until it wasn't. And that's the universe giving you basically a tower moment, saying, no, this is not meant for you. You're meant to do something else. Remember, You might be ignoring the signs and not using your intuition fully sometimes. Sometimes we get tunnel vision, and that might be the case. Ask for help, the universe will send you signs, but you have to actually pay attention and read the signs. Alright, Spirit, what are we getting rid of? What are we leaving behind for pile 2? Whoa, and that was explosive. Hold on, I have cards that landed on the floor. I need to go retrieve them, because they came out first. Okay, so we have the Messenger of Water, which is our Knight of Cups, the Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands, Ace of Air, which is our Ace of Swords, Four of Water, and Five of Water. We're going to leave it in reverse. That's how it came out. I usually don't read reversals in this deck. You're not actually supposed to, but I'm going to for this reading because I feel called to. What we're getting rid of. Feels like some of our boundaries changed. That maybe you don't want to feel like you always have to fight or be defensive all the time. We're kind of learning exactly how maybe things don't have to be as big of a struggle as we make them out to be. Feels like maybe we have been defensive enough before that when we look back on it, when we reflect, we realize that we made it harder on ourselves. I think this is kind of tying into our call in reverse, which is our weakness. Ignoring the signs. And maybe we're going to pay a little bit more attention. Because, I mean, there's a difference between persistence and being stubborn. Or getting that focused tunnel vision and saying, I'm always right. Or I've got it. Or feels like you're realizing you don't have to struggle so hard with it. Because if you're called to do something and you work with the universe, if you move with the flow, then it's the path of least resistance. It's like you're cutting out some of the resistance here. Or at least that's what I'm getting. So I'm going to put that right there. Alright, Spirit, what's advice for pile 2? Spirit, what's the advice for pile 2? Six of Fire. Ooh. Magician. Spirit, what's the advice for pile 2? Okay. Nope, they just want those 3. So we have the 6 of Fire, which is our 6 of Wands. The Magician came out in the reverse. And Messenger of Air, which is our Knight of Swords. Feel like they're actually telling you to slow down in a way. I know that doesn't make sense because the Messenger of Air or Knight of Swords is actually in the upright, but when it comes to creating, you're after success and you're trying to move swiftly towards it, but when you're not in co-creation mode with the universe, if you're not putting out the right amount of effort and energy to create, you're just rushing off in any direction. So I feel like they're asking you to slow down a bit and make sure that you're creating what you need to for success. In other words, have a surefire plan. Work out all those kinks, which is kind of why we have the hermit mode and looking within, finding all this rehashing, cutting out distractions, and gaining that connection that I saw in your current state. So slow down. Think it through. Knight of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles in here. Have a goal. Have a plan. Pay attention to the small details. Go ahead and really take it slow. If you rush and make it sloppy, you won't create always what you intend. It's kind of like that half-ass doing a job. I know money and paying bills can sometimes be a very pressing need. Pressing matter, of course. Bills come like clockwork every month. But slow and steady wins the race here. And if we're going to kickstart a business or any of that, you have to get all your ducks in a row. You have to have it all planned out. You have to make sure you have everything you need before fully launching. If you're not doing the entrepreneur thing and this is you finding a job in a field that works for you, that speaks to your code of ethics, then I would say make sure that you take your time to find the correct one. Don't just take the first offer just because you got the offer. Actually look at it. Ask questions. Research it. Make sure it is what it says it is. Make sure it's what you want, not just what you need. Make sure it checks all the boxes. Alright, Spirit, let's get more cards. What is pile 2's passions and motivations? Well, that was quick. And flew clear over here. King of Water. Ooh, love it. And Justice, reverse. Okay. So, what motivates you? Oh, yeah. Something that's not... You want something that's fulfilling. You want something that is literally fair. You want to make sure that the scales are balanced. So something kind, something fair, something honest, something that engages your emotions, something that's fulfilling. And you've been in an area where that wasn't always the case. So you want something that is the complete opposite. That's what you're trying to create or find. That's what you're seeking. Interesting. And I mentioned earlier before about hitting a glass ceiling and maybe upper management not hiring for upper level positions earlier. That may be why this Justice card is here, especially in the reverse. There may be legalities or something in the way, and they couldn't do that for you. And that was the glass ceiling that you knew you weren't going to be able to get across. And that's why this is showing up the way it is, because I do get a little bit of legal energy in here. So they brought me back to that. Alright, and that brings us to, where are we headed? What is the future career for Pile 2? Where is Pile 2 headed? What does their future career look like? I do believe they want that in the upright. I mean, what does future career for Pile 2 look like? Whoa! And that was a big chunk. Hold on. 7 of Earth. Fire. 3 of Earth. 7 of Air and Strength in reverse. Make sure they don't want anything else. Nope, that's really what they wanted. So we have the Queen of Earth. So our Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Earth, 10 of Fire, 3 of Earth, 3 of Water, 7 of Air, and Strength in reverse. Kind of get the feeling that you're looking for someplace stable to grow and hopefully not burn out, hopefully not have such a big of a burden as you did before. It's funny that burnout came on this card. I usually get it for the 9 of Wands more than the 10 of Wands, but it's here more. So you want a place where you can rebuild from that crash and burn scenario that you just came from. I know I mentioned a glass ceiling earlier, but maybe burnout was part of that, or maybe that's only for some of you, because this is for a larger group. I apologize, it's not a one-to-one reading. So a place to build up from the ground up. You're wanting someplace to really grow and be stable, to build. And it feels kind of like build a community, yeah. Build with support. Ooh, yay. You want someplace where you can run to that you have confidence in. Because you're running away from someplace that you didn't really have all that much faith in. It feels like you lost that faith. There's that glass ceiling moment coming back in. So you want someplace where you can build up from that lack of confidence. Someplace that you can actually see as security. It's that Queen of Pentacles energy kicking in. Something rewarding. And I kind of get the feeling, because we do have the 3 3s, the 3 3 here, that if you're an entrepreneur, you want to build something that actually makes a big difference, that has a lasting influence, whether that's on a community or influences people. Maybe you're trying to get inventions out that will help people. Perhaps you're wanting to do projects that influences a certain neighborhood or community, or you're wanting more diversity. Interesting that came out. Alright, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this, dear Pile 2. Remember, this is not a one-to-one reading. Please take whatever resonates, leave the rest behind. If you feel comfortable, please let me know how this resonates. Please like and share the video. And thank you for watching. Bye. Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to your Pile 3 reading. I have some pre-selected cards for you here. That's for your current state of your career. There's quite a lot of them, so I'm going to go ahead and get them all laid out on the table. I will show them to the camera first before I lay them out. There's quite a lot. Let's see what you have. So the Fool in reverse. The Four of Sky, which is our Four of Swords. The Sea Alpha Female, which is our Queen of Cups in reverse. The Sea Alpha Male, which is our King of Cups in reverse. Sea Guardian, which is our Knight of Cups in reverse. Sky Guardian, which is our Knight of Swords. Strength. Eight of Swords, the Eight of Sky. Seven of Earth. The Sky Puppy, which is our Page of Swords in reverse. The Earth Alpha Male, which is our King of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Sky, Seven of Swords in reverse. Fire Guardian, so this is our Knight of Wands. Fire Puppy, so this is our Page of Wands in reverse. Sky Alpha Female, so this is our Queen of Swords. Seven of Fire, reverse, so Seven of Wands. Seven of Sea, or Seven of Cups. Temperance in reverse. Eight of Sea, so our Eight of Cups. Nine of Fire, so Nine of Wands. Empress in reverse. The Tower. Six of Fire, Six of Wands. Five of Fire, Five of Wands. The Chariot. Six of Earth, Six of Pentacles. The Moon. The Six of Sea, which is our Six of Cups. The Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. The Lovers. Shaman, which is the Hierophant in this deck. The Dog Star, so this is the Star reversed. The Nine of Sky, Nine of Swords. High Priestess. The Ace of Sea, or Ace of Cups reverse. Ten of Earth, the Ten of Pentacles reverse. And our last card, the World reverse. Camera to focus. There it goes. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of cards here. And I'm going to raise you up just a little bit if I can. Bring them more into focus. Like I said, there's a lot of cards on the table. And we have a lot more cards to go through. So be prepared. All right. Group number 3. I have to say, where you are currently in your career seems filled with drama and struggle that maybe is self-inflicted with this 8 of Swords. It may be your outlook on things. Believe it or not, nobody is out to get you. I also see that maybe you're probably an introvert based on this. You may be somebody younger. There's some definite work when it comes to expressing yourself and people skills. So sometimes it's going to be hard for you to express and communicate and dialogue correctly. For example, if you are in a field where there's stiff competition, but it requires public speaking, like say you need to give a presentation to the board of directors, or your team needs to give a presentation and you get the role of speaking, and your people skills are not that great, or you're an introvert and you have that fear of public speaking, you may struggle with that. You may have a hard time interacting. You might have a hard time excelling. And there might be things that you need to release, let go of, and transition. Remember, we have the Tower here. Remember, some competition is good. Some people that are going to push against you are there to help you grow. There's a lot of growth for this pile. A lot of growth and healing you can do as far as interactions and handling yourself and how you perceive yourself and other people. There's a lot of how you interact, both inside and out, that is definitely highlighted in this current situation for your career. And it has a big effect on the status quo. The effort you give in versus what comes out. The cause and effect. And yeah, some things may feel very stressful, very hard. You may feel stuck. You may feel aggravated. And you may be questioning why things are happening the way they are. And the cycle you're in, of course, is not closed down because you have healing that you're not doing. You need to identify that and work with it. There's a lot to be revealed, but that may also be hidden from you. So you're going to have to think back with this 6 of Cups and make the connections to turn it all around. You may be down on your luck. You may have new people coming in. You may have difficult projects. You may be suffering from anxiety. Or perhaps this is a very brand new job, or maybe you switch departments. Maybe you're at a different location and the routines of things are not what you expect, or different than what you are used to, and you haven't acclimated yet. That could account for some of what I'm seeing. But there needs to be a rebalancing of focus. Like I said, they're highlighting interaction for me. How you express yourself, how you talk, your people skills, your team skills. There's a lot about team here, your teamwork, and how you act in a group. Hence why I said team projects earlier, just because that seems to apply whatever field this is. Having people skills, being able to work together as one unit is a must. Alright, we've covered where we currently are. So let's go ahead and get some more cards out here on the table for you guys, my lovely pile 3, and see what we can get. Spirit, what's the strength of pile 3? What is the strength of pile 3? Oh, well, that's nice. I know I'm using a mini deck, so let me stand up. You actually have the Wheel of Fortune. You have better luck than what you think. So either the universe is really helping you out, or you have a lot of astrological placements or something that is giving you an extra boost right now. Alright, Spirit, and what is pile 3's weakness? What is pile 3's weakness? Oh, and while I was shuffling, I did get a little bit of beginner's luck with this Wheel of Fortune as a strength. Okay, and a weakness, 4 of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay. So, clinginess, new starts, beginnings, adventure. You may be very stubborn. You may be unwilling to change. If there's a new policy or a new way of doing things that comes up, you may want to hold on to the old way of doing things. You may not be adaptable. Also with this, be careful, because you may not also be easily teachable as well. Alright. We've covered strengths and weaknesses. Spirit, what changes is there in our career? What are we getting rid of? I know we have the Tower down here, but what changes or things are pile 3 getting rid of? Oh my gosh. Okay, we have, look at that. Did I not just say we have the Tower down here? Which is conveniently right there. And we got a Tower again. So yes, major breakthroughs, major epiphanies, a lot of shifting needs to go on. Like I said, there is a lot of work, a lot of interaction, and things that need to change, that need improvement. There's a lot of growth for this pile that is possible, but you have to do the work. Page of Swords. I'm going to get all these out. Hierophant, there we go. Learning. King of Wands. Two of Wands. Ooh, Ace of Swords. And the Chariot. Yes, epiphanies, shakeups, changes, major changes. Page of Swords is usually a detective, but it's also somebody who may not know everything and may say or do the wrong thing because they are very extreme. They don't have the knowledge that they need, which is funny because it's followed by the Hierophant. There's a lot of structures, things that need to be learned. King of Wands. Authority. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, authority. Changes, things to get rid of. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to put it this way, but sometimes you need to think before you speak. And when you speak, make sure it is something truthful. Because there's a lot of things that you definitely do not know. Remember I said be careful at being teachable. Be teachable. Learn to adapt. That's one of the warnings over here. So you might have bright ideas and you may be willing to speak them, but do they apply? Have you learned when you speak whether or not it actually adds things, especially when you're speaking to somebody in authority? So hold your tongue for a minute and ask yourself, is it a bright idea? Is it the truth? Before you move forward and actually let it out, you may unknowingly be saying things that are going to get you in hot water. And some of this, I realize, is not intentional. Some of this is that stage fright that I was picking up on earlier. So yes, if you are an introvert and public speaking is a definite fear, this may be something that you need to change. You actually have to realize that you are going to have to learn how to speak in public. You are going to have to learn how to communicate effectively, and that means being uncomfortable. It comes back to that old yoga adage of learning to be comfortable with the uncomfortableness. And I know that's not easy. And yes, when we're nervous and we don't like speaking in public, we want to close down and we trip over our own words. We say the wrong thing and it's awkward and it's horrible. And that's where I keep getting that be careful what you say. Especially with authority figures. I keep coming back to the King of Wands, authority figures. So if this is like you presenting to like the board of directors and you know you're not good at personal speaking and you're forced to do it, make sure you practice first, because you may get yourself in some serious hot water in the future. Or maybe you've already done that and it fell very flat on, you just fell flat on your face. There was no bouncing, there was no tuck and roll. You just beefed it right into the pavement and didn't really gracefully get up. Or at least that's the impression that I get. So that is something to work on. That is something to change. Be able to communicate effectively. Yeah, I keep getting the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups here in the reverse. Be careful how you express yourself. Learn to express yourself in a way that comes across as concise, consistent. Now, this could be that maybe you are too direct, or maybe, as I said, you trip over your words. You have a nervousness or an awkwardness to you. This is something to improve. As I stated previously, there is a lot of area of growth for this pile. I'm going to reiterate that once again. Alright, Spirit, what advice do you have for my lovely pile 3? And I know I'm fumbling my deck, and it's because I'm also getting something else with this row, and I got interrupted. I got distracted. I'm so sorry. So I will stop shuffling for a second. I mentioned stubbornness and being teachable earlier. Let go of the need to be right. This may not apply to everybody, by the way. So take what part of this resonates and what doesn't. But somebody in this pile needs to hear this. Let go of the need to be right. Don't be stubborn and think that you have learned everything, that you know everything, and that you're in charge, and everything you say is automatically correct. It's automatically true. It's automatically right. What you say goes. Let go of the need to be right. Otherwise, you will not be teachable. Alright, now that that is done, we can get back to what I was trying to do a minute ago when I was trying to shuffle. Alright, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, be truly grateful if you guide me. What advice do you have for my lovely pile 3? What advice do you have for my lovely pile 3? Oh, oh, oh. Spirit, which way did you want this Ace of Wands? Spirit, which way did you want this Ace of Wands? I'm pretty sure you wanted it upright. Just for future knowledge. I do take uprights as yes, reverses as no when I ask a yes/no question, in case you guys are wondering. Upright, okay, upright. That is what I thought. You wanted this upright. Alright. Spirit, what advice do you have for my lovely pile 3? Spirit, what advice do you have for my lovely pile 3? Okay. I think I already know what you're saying. Without any more cards, I'm pretty sure that's actually all you wanted. Alright. I'm going to make sure that I'm actually in frame with all those because these are very small cards. I'm using a mini deck. So let me pick these up to show you up close what these are. Alright, so advice. We have Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands in reverse, Two of Swords, and Justice reversed. Okay. Basically, when you go ahead and take action on something, please learn to exercise your compassion. That's what you need to work on. Realize not everything's a struggle, and you always have a choice. You always have a choice. Not everyone's out to get you. Not everything always has to be the struggle. It's not always a competition. It's not a dog-eat-dog situation. And that outlook does not serve you. So be compassionate towards yourself and others. They're asking you basically to change your perspective a little bit. They're asking for you to do a little bit of self-growth there, some self-mastery. And it has to do with being able to communicate using those emotions and having compassion, using your intuition a little bit more. Connect your intuition, let it guide you. Not everything has to be a struggle. So move with the flow a little bit more. Like I said, there's definite room for growth. It's a choice. You have the option to choose an easier way or a way that doesn't serve you. You always have that choice. Alright, Spirit, what is the passions and motivations of pile 3? Spirit, did you want that Ace of Pentacles in the upright or reverse? I'm just going to double check because it came out sideways. Spirit, did you want the Ace of Pentacles in the upright or the reverse? Ooh. Spirit, did you want that in the upright or the reverse? Upright. Okay, upright. Upright. They want upright. Spirit, what is the passions and motivations of pile 3? Whoa, and that slid right off the table. Spirit, did you want that in the upright or the reverse? Spirit, did you want that in the upright or the reverse? Upright, okay. Alright. Spirit, what's the passions and motivations for pile 3? Spirit, what is the passions and motivations of pile 3? Oop, wrong card there. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups reverse, the Four of Wands reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles reverse, and the Six of Wands reverse. Alright. Passions and motivations. So we are motivated to have the opportunity to move away from things that we don't find pleasant or adventurous or freeing or have purpose. But sometimes we move too quickly. So we're a little rash. And with that motivation, we get a little carried away. Page of Pentacles reverse. We may be a little impractical with it. We may not take the right steps for it, and it may backfire. Six of Wands reverse. So sometimes we get in over our heads. with our motivations, and it's because of how we handle them. Sometimes we take impractical actions. It's that rashness that I kind of somewhat picked up on earlier. So we might make a situation a little bit worse with our motivations because we act on them right away. That quick fix. Sometimes things don't need a quick fix. I'm being brought back to this line here where I said, stop and think before you speak. You may see something and say something and want to take action right away, but stop and think. But before you take action, before you speak, before you try doing, you might be motivated to rush forward to find that quick fix, to, you know, be the person to save the day even, but it's not going to work if we rush through it to hurry, or we haven't thought it through. Sometimes faster is not better. The good news is that some of the motivation's here, but we're approaching it all wrong. So some of this might be, we're motivated and we're going forward, but we're going forward alone. Rather than if we're working in a team, we're not working as a team. We're working as an individual. And for some of you, this is, you're entirely self-motivated. And by self-motivated, I don't mean you do things without being told. I mean self-motivated as in self-interested. Which if you're in a setting where you need to function as a team, this is going to be a detriment because there is no I in team. And it could be that you've had some unpleasant situations and you are actually trying to turn those around, and you're trying to turn them around swiftly. However, that's not going to happen swiftly. That's brings back to this earlier. You always have a choice, and a quick fix is not going to cut it. It has to be consistent, concise. That's where I'm getting that from earlier. All right, I'm curious now. Spirit, what does our future career look like? Where are we headed? Oh my gosh. All right. King of Cups. Temperance in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Spirit, what does the future career look like? Where are we headed for pile 3? I'm kind of wondering. Okay. Alright. So, King of Cups, Temperance in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So we're going to look for, well, we're heading in a direction where we're got a little bit better hold of our emotions. I like to see the King of Cups here. But we're still in transition. We're still trying to hash things out, but we're moving at a slower pace. And we're not as wounded. We're not as defensive. Boundary work is probably going to help because we do have the Knight of Wands here. We may not have our guard up so much anymore. If we've been defensive with people, that will lessen with this Knight of Wands in reverse, which is great. We might have moments where we're slowing down. We're not as defensive. We're showing compassion. We're able to communicate and empathize with people better. We're trying to go that direction, and it's a little bit of a juggle still. And we have this Knight of Cups. So to be able to express ourselves and to have joy in the workplace is not a surefire thing. It's a work in progress. But we do slow down. We improve our boundaries, whether that's letting the right people in or letting, keeping the right people out. Or letting the right ones in and keep the wrong ones out. Sorry, let me clarify that. Yeah, looks like future career. We still have some emotional growth to do, which if you're an introvert or if you have any type of social anxiety, that will be something you will forever work on. It's an ongoing process. It really doesn't end. Just like being an empath, you're going to have times where balancing your emotions, not absorbing them, being able to stay grounded is difficult. Expressing yourself is difficult. I'm reading this though as because we start out with the King of Cups, which I love. We're more open. We're more honest. We're able to express ourselves a little bit. We slow down, so we're thinking more before we speak. Hey, way to go. So communication gets easier for those that resonated with the stage fright, the social anxiety of being able to speak in public and work situations that you may need to. You're going to have more experience with that. That doesn't mean that fear will entirely go away, but you do get more experience with it. You get a better handle on it. You're able to have a better way of functioning, which experience will always do that. Things will get better with time. Remember what I said about quick fixes. Quick fixes do not work. There is no fast track to that. It's exposure. It's doing it over and over and over again. And being okay with it. It's that learning to be comfortable in the uncomfortableness. I'm bringing that back up yet again. Yes. Well, I find this a very interesting reading. I fully admit this pile does read as a younger group, as far as not necessarily age, but maturity level. Feels like a pile that has more need of spiritual growth and interaction. Anyway, my lovelies, I hope some of this resonated for you. Thank you so much, pile 3. If you feel comfortable, let me know how this resonated for you. If anything resonated for you, great. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Hello, pile 4, and welcome to your reading. I have some pre-selected cards here for you. And there is actually a fair amount right here, as you can see. So I'm going to hold each card up to my camera and lay them out. That way you can hopefully view them all. And then we will come back and grab some extra cards. So we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. The Moon, reversed. The Knight of Swords, reversed. The Three of Swords, reversed. The Nine of Wands, reversed. The Two of Swords, reversed. The Page of Wands, reversed. The Lovers, reversed. The Ten of Wands. The Five of Pentacles, reversed. Six of Swords, reversed. Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. Five of Wands. The Hanged One, which is your Hangman in reverse. Four of Pentacles, reverse. Eight of Wands. The World, reverse. The Sun. Fool. Queen of Pentacles, reversed. And we still have more cards, so let me scooch everything up real quick. Like I said, we have a lot of cards for you. And I might have to zoom out even further just to get them all in. The Nine of Cups. And I apologize for my bad camera chip. I was just trying to make more room. The Queen of Cups, reversed. The Knight of Cups, reversed. Chariot, reversed. And the Two of Wands, reversed. Okay. Well, we have a lot of court cards flying around. And synchronicities. We have a lot of synchronicities going on. Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Five of Swords. 5 is the number of change, yes. We also have doubles on some of these, which would be the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and Two of Wands, Two of Swords. So numerically, we have quite a bit. For you, pile 4, I'm going to have to just flat out ask it, are you okay? And the reason why I ask is because according to this, your current state of your career, it looks like you were recently critiqued or reprimanded after a fashion, whether this came from management or a coworker. Now, whether they said something true or not true does not matter. It seems more of a, they might have had a point, but what they said for constructive criticism was not delivered in a way that you would take it as constructive criticism. You may have had them be really harsh, really rude, unprofessional in a way with what they said. And that's caused you to reassess, to maybe get a little defensive, but also rework your boundaries, to rethink your strategy on how you deal with things in the workplace moving forward, and what to hold on to, what to let go. Right now, you're kind of in between, finding that rebalance of that area that you needed to work on. So you're trying to give yourself that fresh start with what they critiqued you on, whatever you got reprimanded for. Of, oh, you don't do it this way, you do it this way. So you're trying to, I guess, unlearn a bad habit after a fashion. And some days you're really good at it. You've got it. And others, it's not quite there yet. But there's no rush. It's just something you have to work on. Now, whether if this is a new job or an old job, policies change, what have you, it is what it is. And you're just trying to micromanage. That's what this feels like. So don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. I'm sure you may have taken this personally. You may not have been thrilled with it, especially with how it seems like it was delivered. This Knight of Swords in reverse, yeah. It probably came across as really harsh. And if this was, somebody in management, somebody higher up that was doing this, yes, it probably came across as unprofessional. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab us some other cards here. And let's start with strength. Spirit, what is pile 4 strength? Ooh, we have the Empress. Ooh, I love this. So, we have the ability to be very creative. It also means you probably have a bit of a softer approach to things, which could have been why this critique or reprimand may have hit harder than it probably should have or needed to. having the ability to be creative and control a lot of your world when things don't turn out that way with what was revealed. Yeah, I could see how that would be a harsher turn. And you may not be all that thrilled with it. Alright, let's move on to weakness. Spirit, what is the weakness of pile 4 in their career? Whoa! Okay. And that probably flew all the way out of frame. We have the Queen of Coins, which is Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 7 of Coins, which is 7 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, which is funny because you have a lot of those cards here. Like, here's your Queen of Pentacles. So we're seeing multiples again. Here's the Knight of Pentacles, which is conveniently right next to the one that I just drew. Okay, weaknesses. This is coming across more of a, you may be kind of the person that wings it or doesn't always go into things with a game plan. That maybe when it comes to saying or doing, we're focused more on the outcome rather than how we get there. If that makes sense. So instead of having, you know, of, okay, here's the task, here's the end result we're aiming for, and then here's steps 1 through 10 on how to get there. Instead of having that organization, having that strategy, you're a little bit more fluid, which maybe that was also something you got critiqued on. Maybe if you work in a job where they have a strict system of steps, maybe you did steps out of order, maybe you did skip a step, and that's what the issue was. Whether that step is necessary or essential is irrelevant. That's what that feels like to me. But, and in some cases, being able to wing it, being able to just be like, okay, this is what we're wanting and this is what we have, let's just make it, we'll get there. It is okay. But if like you're on a time schedule, or say you work in a restaurant and sometimes you can't wing it, especially when it comes to like food safety, contamination, cross-contamination, that kind of thing, just as an example. Maybe more awareness, more discipline is, I guess you could say, is your best advice for that right there. All right, and now we're going to go into changes and things to get rid of. Spirit, what changes or things does pile 4 need to get rid of? Okay. Well, I'll double check just to make sure they don't want anything else after the Hierophant, but I'm pretty sure that's all they wanted was just the 2 cards. And this would be something to actually not leave behind, but something to actually change, which is to learn from your actions. When you have an opportunity to take new actions, or you get inspired and motivated for something, please approach it as a learning experience, and also learn from past mistakes. Which is always really good advice. I mean, being teachable and remembering past lessons is always valid, no matter who you are or where you are or what field you're in, etc. That is extremely valid. All right, Spirit. And what is our advice to pile 4? What is our advice for lovely pile 4? Spirit, what is our advice for pile 4? I would be surprised if they don't want any more cards than that, because that makes perfect sense just with the 2. We have the 6 of Cups in the reverse and the 7 of Cups. 6 of Cups, reverse. You don't live in the past. Learn from the past. You know, be aware of the past. Please revisit it for lessons and take the knowledge forward with you, but don't live in the past. And realize there's always options. See past illusions and things for what they were. Take the knowledge and move forward. But don't hold on to past mistakes, past grudges, past mistakes, flubs, past scenarios. Don't live there. In other words, they're wanting you to be present and realize you do have the option to change things in the future, but only if you use what you've learned, what you've gained from past experience, and move forward. It ties into this Ace of Spears and Hierophant. Ace of Wands and Hierophant. Alright, and I have one more thing to pull for you, pile 4, and that is, what is your passions and motivations? So this is a mixed bag here. Spirit, what is the passion and motivation of pile 4? Oops, something flipped over and it didn't pop all the way out. What is it? Spirit, what is the passions and motivations of pile 4? Spirit, which way did you want that Chariot? It came out almost perfectly sideways. Would you like the Chariot in the upright or the reverse? Upright, okay. Spirit, what is the passion and motivation of pile 4? Yeah. Repeat cards. Gotta love it. Spirit, what is the passion and motivations of pile 4? Okay, I'm gonna have to scooch these down a little bit. There's giving me more than what I thought they were gonna give. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have the 4 of Spears, which is the 4 of Wands, reversed, the Chariot, the 9 of Spears, which is the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Spears, which is the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Coins, which is the 9 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, reversed, and the 4 of Swords. So it seems like your motivation is to kind of going forward. It is addressing core foundation and to shore up boundaries. It's kind of, I'm almost getting like you're shoring up your defenses. That way, naysayers don't have the opportunity to say anything. They literally have to give it a rest. You're making it to where they don't even have the opportunity to critique you again. I don't know if that's, you know, if you're dealing with a bully at work, if you're dealing with poor management, perhaps you're dealing with somebody who just plain out likes to gossip and they've been saying the wrong things. So you're putting up boundaries, you're expanding those so they don't have wiggle room. Interesting. And we are seeing more repeat cards. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords. 4, 4. More repeat numbers. Here's another 9. The only other thing I can add at this juncture is to remind you that you are only responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your words, your actions, and nobody else's. So as long as you are minding what you say and do, and, you know, staying in your lane, To heck with what everybody else says. And I know, according to what our current career, which is the main spread we started with, says you're still stressing things out. You're causing a hard time on yourself for no particular reason. So be gentle with yourself. You're not going to change things overnight, and you are not able to control others and what they say and do. You are not responsible for what other people say and do. And lastly, we're going to cover where we're headed. What does our future career look like? This is just interesting, guys. Forgive me. Where is pile 4 headed? Eight of Spears, Strength, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Ooh, I like that already. Spirit, where is pile 4 headed in their future career? Yeah, I think that's probably all they want, and it makes perfect sense with just the 4 cards. 8 of Spears, Strength, 8 of Swords, Reverse, and the 5 of Swords. In other words, you're swiftly moving to a place of strength, stability, where you can endure. In other words, you're moving towards peace, especially with the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Swords. So you are actually freeing up conflict. You are moving away from conflict. You're getting rid of it. Even self-made conflict, you are no longer holding yourself liable. You are putting up boundaries with others with the 8 of Swords in reverse as well. You're giving yourself permission instead of having to have that as a limit. You're no longer imposing that on yourself, and it's no longer going to be conflict, which is great. You're going to be more at peace. So if you are a little depressed, if you're stressing yourself out, you know, you're trying to correct everything, or dealing with all the bullshit, as it were, and you're approaching burnout, or just all around having anxiety, please keep in mind there is a more peaceful time ahead when it comes to your career. It will get better. There is a brighter side, I promise. And look, 8, 8. You have a lot of doubles. And yet, again, we have another 5. 5 of Swords, 5 of Swords. A lot of duplicate cards. Alright, pile 4, that is all I have for you this time. Feel free to let me know how this resonates for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you later. Bye. Hello, pile 5. Welcome to your reading. I have some pre-selected cards for you on your current state of your career. There's actually quite a lot, so like really a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and hold them up to the camera so you can see them, and I'm going to lay them all out and read them and then pull you more cards afterwards. So let's get started. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. The Eight of Wands reversed. The High Priestess reversed. The Four of Pentacles. The Sun card, which is one of my favorite cards out of this deck. The Tower. Judgment. Justice in the reverse. The Ten of Pentacles. The Magician. Five of Swords. Three of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, my camera will focus. There it goes. The Six of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords. The Two of Swords reversed. Page of Pentacles. Four of Cups reversed. Six of Wands reversed. The World reversed. The Fool. Page of Wands reversed. The Hierophant reversed. The Empress reversed. Page of Cups reversed. Knight of Swords. The King of Cups. The Nine of Cups. The Five of Cups. The Star, which is another one of my favorite cards out of this deck. The Knight of Wands, reversed. Seven of Cups. King of Wands, reversed. And the Ten of Cups. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Number one, you have quite a bit of major arcana. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have 11. You do have one ace. And I'm just double checking for synchronicities, because a lot of my piles, numbers have been important, like really important. So I just want to double check. You have Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. So there's a pair right there. You have the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. Okay. Six of Swords, Six of Wands. So we'll see what else comes out. Just beware of numbers. It's been very prevalent throughout the other piles of doubles and triples, and sometimes even 5 of the same number coming out over and over again, as well as repeat cards as far as all cards in the deck. Well, my lovely pile 5, feels like you're a bit of an entrepreneur. You have this grand idea, which didn't exactly go as far as you thought it would. You thought it would be stable and happy and sunshine, and it was great. But we had a little bit of a shakeup. We kind of hit a roadblock. It all crumbled. And the thing of it is you're still called to the idea. It just didn't turn out the way you hoped. You were hoping for your Ten of Pentacles, and justice was not served. The creation process on it, when you were trying to get it up and running, or trying to keep it afloat, was, we have Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. It was conflict and heartbreak. It was painful. It was a struggle. Yes, very much a struggle. Regardless of how resourceful you were, it just wasn't feel like it was going anywhere. There was no opportunity for it to go anywhere. You may feel like you had a serious crash and burn moment because it wasn't successful. It didn't turn out the way you wanted. And I have to say, try again, because we have the Fool card. We have a new start when it comes to your idea, your business that you wanted to have, the idea you wanted to work with. So we might have to go back to the drawing board and revisit what we've learned, because believe it or not, there might have been some mistakes or an approach that was all wrong, and other circumstances that we needed to learn from. It failed for a reason, and usually that's growth. It doesn't mean that this idea, whatever you were aiming for, was wrong. You're still called to it. But the thing it is that trying again, yeah, to be frank, you might be a little scared. You're not motivated to take action on it yet. You may not have figured out what you needed to learn in the creation process. And what's even worse is that you may still be a little down on yourself. But if you're past that stage, the good news is that you do gain clarity enough to show yourself some compassion and to start dreaming again. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. We're revisiting that idea. And the thing of it is that it's Five of Cups, the Star. There's pain there. And you might have to heal your perspective first, your expectations. Maybe your dream is still your dream, but how you get there has changed. The time frame that you expected in has changed. The way you approached it has changed. And you might have to really pause on that before you revisit it. Like I said, try again. We have this idea that failed, and we're starting it back up again. We're still not wanting to take action on it with the Knight of Wands in reverse. But here's the thing. Seven of Cups, King of Wands reverse, and the Ten of Cups. We have choices. We have options. It is an option to start again, and to start from a place of wisdom. Like I said, new approach. But you may not be confident that you have any control on the outcome. You may feel like you're chasing your own tail. So there's that kind of scared hesitation on that new start, even though it does end with the Ten of Cups. It is possible. That wish fulfillment, that Nine of Cups, that dream is possible. It's just having failed and having to pick ourselves back up seems hard. It's difficult. And we're a little unsteady. which is clearly understandable. Clearly understandable. It's all right. That's where we are currently. I'm going to go ahead and grab us some more cards. I am using a mini deck to clarify, so don't be surprised if I hold cards up to you so you can see them, because this deck literally is small. So let's start with strength. Spirit, what is the strength of our pile 5? Spirit, what is the strength of our pile 5? Spirit, what is the strength of our pile 5? Let me get all of them before I hold them up to you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have the 9 of Cups reversed. 2 of Cups reversed. If my camera will focus. Thank you. The Lovers. The Page of Swords reversed. The King of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And once again, please pay attention to reoccurring cards. We have the 9 of Cups coming back, we have the Page of Swords coming back, we have the King of Wands coming back. Those are all repeat cards. So strength is literally our unfulfilled wish, that disconnection, and taking the choice to turn it around, basically. It's to try again. So despite things failed, it's reconnection and realizing where we went wrong, and then trying again, turning it around, spinning it on its head. Once again, try again. Alright, Spirit, and what is the weakness of... Woo, I have another card flipped over in here. What is it? King of Swords. Oops, yep, and that should have been right there. That's how much should be right there. Alright. Alright, Spirit. What is the weakness of pile 5? Ooh. And the King of Pentacles fell out when I pulled up the Moon card. Spirit, what direction did you want the Moon card in? The reverse. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. I wanted to double check. And there's Justice again. As well as the Page of Pentacles, I do believe. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Alright. Spirit, what is the weakness of pile 5? And I am probably out of frame with that. Hold on. Spirit, what is the weakness of pile 5? Okay. a lot more of this. Okay, I do believe I have all the cards that they want for the weakness. I'll pick these up and let you see them. It's the downside of using a mini deck. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Moon reversed, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Justice, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Ace of Cups, Two of Swords reversed, which is the High Priest in this deck, the Magician. My camera will focus. The Tower. If my camera will focus, please. Thank you. Five of Wands. And the Nine of Swords. All right. Feels almost like maybe the, how do I want to put that? How do I want to put that? Okay, pile 5. Reid's kind of like maybe effort's not as consistent as it needs to be in application. So it's kind of like a, almost a start-stop. And we kind of go from inconsistency a lot, maybe even maybe some procrastination before we learn and perfect, and the process is a little stressful. This could probably also apply to maybe new software or new skills that we may need to learn that makes our business easier, and it seems like it may be a bit of a hassle, but it's worth learning. It's tools of the trade. It will help. It's a struggle. So maybe learning new things when it evolves into like technology may not be the easiest for you to find that workaround to where it's like second nature. Others of you, it feels more like maybe your business, it is inconsistent as far as, oh, well, this month I did really great, and this month I bombed, and it's back and forth. It's kind of like a yo-yo. And there's a bit of a learning curve, but the competition in that area is stressful, and maybe you might give up a little too soon on certain things, which brings me back to timing. Perhaps timing for the business did not turn out the way you expected. Maybe you thought it was going to be a quick success, or maybe you had given yourself a certain time limit before giving up on it and gave up too soon. Which brings me all the way back to the try again. Try not to limit yourself when it comes to certain things. And I'm also getting overexpansion. Don't overanalyze to the point where you critique everything and then try to do it all at once. Because that's the other extreme of being inconsistent and then in giving up versus realizing where discrepancies are and, hashing it to death. Overanalyzing it to the point where you've critiqued everything down to the letter and try to overcorrect everything all at once and can't actually do that all in one go. So you've literally stressed yourself out, overworked yourself for no apparent reason. So moderation. I'm going to say moderation with that. Alright, Spirit, we're going to move on. What changes are there for my pile 5? What are we getting rid of? Spirit, what changes are there for pile 5? Or what are we getting rid of? No, that's really all they want is just the one card, which, of course, is the... If I can get my camera to focus. There we go. Is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So balance. Life-work balance. Moderation. That brings me back right to the word I literally just said. Moderation. Yeah. Address the imbalance. Where are you putting too much effort but not enough? Where do you have heavy skill set in one area but not enough in the other? What do you need that you are lacking? And where do you have an abundance? You know, opposite ends. Try to be well-rounded. All right, Spirit, what is the advice for pile 5? What is the advice for pile 5? All right, and we have cards all over the place. There we go. All right. Yep. I'm going to pick this up, show you real quick, just because it's easier than trying to zoom in on the camera. So we have Page of Wands, 6 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, reverse, 10 of Pentacles, reverse, Queen of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay, so the advice is the next time you do your restart with this Fool card, that's conveniently right here, next big action we're going to take it from a place of power after going within. We're going to think back on what happened. What did we learn? Realize we're not lacking anything. Basically what went wrong? How do we fix it? What happened in the past? How can we flip the switch? So they're basically wanting you to take a time out and figure out where all your little hiccups were. So that way you are not repeating your same mistakes. Remember, mistakes are points of growth. All right, and I have one more section to pull for you, and that is, oh, actually, no, wait. Strength, weakness, things to get rid of, advice. Oh, I have two more. Sorry, correction, 2 more. All right, we're going to go for passions and motivations. Spirit, what is the passions and motivations of pile 5? Nope. Well, that makes perfect sense. They really don't want anything else other than these 2 right here, which is the 5 of Cups reversed and the 9 of Pentacles. So what's motivating you is basically to do better. To do better than last time. To have an outcome you can be happy with. Which makes perfect sense. Alright, and lastly but not leastly, here we go. what is the future career for pile 5? Where are we headed for pile 5? Spirit, what direction did you want that full card? I'm pretty sure you want it in the upright, but Spirit, did you want the full card in the upright or the reverse? Yeah, they want it in the upright. Spirit, where is pile 5 headed? What does their future career look like? Whoa, okay, that was a little explosive. Spirit, do I have that in the right order? Yes, okay. Want any more cards? For pile 5's future career. Actually, I'm pretty sure they don't want any more cards after that. And I actually kind of like it the way it is, just the 4. I'll bring these up to the camera so you can see what they are. Maybe you'll see why I like them. 3 of Pentacles reversed. The Fool card, yet again. The Empress, again. The 6 of Wands, again. Okay, so future. It's basically 3 of Pentacles reversed, taking something that is broken and starting again, getting creative. Yes, that Empress energy, building from scratch. We're building from experience, actually, with the second Fool card, and having a better outcome this time with the 6 of Wands being a bit more of a success. So it's taking something broken and fixing it. Making it work. Finding that solution. Again, that only works if you take the advice and look back and figure out where you went wrong, where the hiccups are, or where the obstacles were, and the workarounds that you can find to deal with them. You have to learn from the past. And you have to correct all the imbalances that you had and start again. As I said at the very beginning of this reading, try again. Roadblocks and obstacles are there to help you grow. Alright, my lovely pile 5. Please let me know how this resonated for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.